from Kerala who worked for Ernst & Young as a CA and died due to a heart attack, allegedly due to the grueling schedule. Her heartbroken mother had spoken about the shattered dreams of a family and said that she wished that the culture of overwork was not glorified. Now, it has been barely 4 months and the entire conversation about the significance of a work-life balance has already been forgotten, it looks like, because back then, if it was outrage against the 70-hour work week proposal that was given by the Infosys founder Narayana Murthy, now it's the chairman of L&T, SN Subrahmanyan, who has taken it a notch above, batting for not just 70-hour but 90-hour work weeks.
I regret I'm not able to make you work on Sundays, to be honest. If I can make you work on Sundays, I'll be more happier. Because I work on Sundays also. What do you do sitting at home? How long can you stare at your wife? How long can the wife stare at your husband? You know, I was meeting with the Chinese recently, and the gentleman told me, we will beat America anytime. I said, why are you saying that? The Americans work 50 hours a week, we work 90 hours a week.
China is a great example. So therefore, my request to all the wonderful youth of this country is that realize this and work 12-hour days for the next 20 years, 50 years, whatever it is, so that India too becomes a number one nation or number two nation, whatever it is, in terms of its GDP.
Now, this proposal has left several people fuming. Even celebrities and business honchos have been shocked and outraged over this comment. In fact, actor Deepika Padukone, who is a major advocate for mental health, called these statements absolutely shocking, while the likes of Harsh Goenka, the chairman of the RPG Enterprises, have also called it a recipe for burnout. Times Now also spoke to several employees, those in the working class, and here's what they had to say about this proposal.
Like, it's not my free time. I'm actually utilizing my time on Sundays, as well as I need my own space or my own private time on that time. We can't work 80 hours a week. It is not, it is totally, it is not like disagreeing, but one have many perspectives.
Right now in India, like, everyone is aware about mental health, fatigue and all. We also need our personal space. We need to give time to our family also.
That is his personal choice. If he wants to work 90 hours or maybe 24/7, all the nights, okay, let him work. Okay, if somebody wants to work, okay, so the government of India is already given a guidelines as per the labor laws.
But it clearly looks like none of this outrage seems to have changed the minds of those at L&T. In fact, the company's clarification, as Deepika Padukone put it, only made it worse. Ignoring all the concerns about the employees' well-being, they said that the remarks reflect the larger ambition and extraordinary effort is a must for extraordinary outcomes. Remember, what is being defended is a work culture that literally kills. According to a UN 2021 report, approximately 2 million people died in 2016 due to work-related issues and illnesses. And yet some of our political leaders chose to trivialize the issue and instead focused on "can't stare at your wife" comment.
L&T के मेरे ख्याल से चेयरमैन को भी कोई ऐसा फेस मिल गया होगा जो वो अपने घर में बीबी की जगह अपनी सेक्रेटरी को देखते होंगे। उनकी सेक्रेटरी बहुत खूबसूरत होंगी और बीबी शायद कम खूबसूरत होगी, इसीलिए इस तरह के बयान देते हैं।
So let's break it down for you. This was a suggestion that he made. He said that I regret that I can't make you work for 90 hours. What would a typical day really look like if this suggestion is taken up seriously? So a 7-day week would mean 168 hours. So the proposal is for working for 90 hours from this 168 hours that we have. So 13 hours. So let's take a look at it. If it's a 7-day working week, that means you would be working for 13 hours in a day. And if it's a 5-day working week, then it would amount to 18 hours, almost impossible. But if we actually look at how this could pan out, let's take a look at the number of hours that you would need. 6 hours is a bare minimum sleep that you should get. As I suggested, this means 42 hours in a week goes in sleeping and rejuvenating. Let's also account for the travel time, say about 1 hour. For some people, it's even more than 1 hour one way. That is not being accounted for. This actually means that 10 hours is what it would take for you to travel to work and back. And this is if you have a 5-day-a-week schedule. But if you have 7 days, it increases further. 14 hours goes in just traveling. And it's 12 hours if we take into account 6-day working week. So what does that leave you with? And this is the most significant part of the mental well-being. Why are people working? They're working for themselves and their family members. So what is finally, after working so many hours, what's the time that you get for your family and yourself? 26 hours a week, which means just 3.5 hours a day just to take a break and relax. You just get 3.5 hours. So the conversation around it being, is this enough? Is that the working process that the L&T chairman is speaking about? A lot of outrage over the proposal that has been made and the fact that several employees may perhaps even be forced to work these working hours. A lot to talk about, and it also sparks a question. Are those who are sitting in these top posts not aware of what mental well-being even is? With that, we're slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back. To stay with us.